Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. I want to apologize for the rather long break I had this past week. I have been really rather sick and haven't been able to do much work on, any of the videos or even record anything. So, thank you for your patience. And new stuff will be coming out very shortly. Some of the new things that I'm working on personally. We have 3 Bible studies lined up in Destiny. First one of those being Job chapter 38. Very, very cool chapter. I'm really excited to dive into it. The other 2 are going to be kind of a surprise, but we're jumping into the Old Testament more. I want to do more on the prophets and looking for the prophecies of Christ and how he fulfilled them. So keep an eye out for that. The Minecraft videos, the first one I was not thrilled with, and it's my fault for the audio. I managed to convince my wife to record and then had nothing but audio issues. So maybe we'll re-record it at some point. I don't know. But wasn't the happiest with that. So we're going to be working on new stuff specifically geared towards advice for new believers or maybe just in general. Good things to keep in mind as we try to live our lives in alignment with Christ. So the first one of those is going to be reading the Bible. Where should you start at, and what should you be looking for? What should you keep your eyes open to or keep in mind as you're going about reading the Bible? The second is going to be on prayer. I know I've done some stuff on prayer in the past, but prayer is such an integral part of our walk in faith, in our life in pursuit of Christ. So I want to do another episode devoted to prayer. And then we've got the Doom series, which I'm going to be recording more of, especially on the gameplay side of things. The next one to come out will be actually on Wrath. It is so apparent nowadays that Wrath is a rather big issue, especially when there's just so much of it in the political sphere, in our economic sphere, in our society. There is so much contention and just bitter hatred for each other. So I want to get into not only the dangers of wrath and letting ourselves become wrathful, but then also some advice for dealing with that, especially coming from someone who has dealt with a rather bad temper, how to overcome that to the best of my ability and to the best of my knowledge. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be really cool. We have a bunch of other ones coming after that, but each one, it takes some time, especially with just how Doom is, and I'm not very good at playing it, so the recording side of stuff for the footage is rather tough. But regardless, it has been enjoyable, so we're gonna keep that up. Last but very not least is more Splitgate content. I have really been enjoying playing Splitgate, Splitgate 2 to be exact. I know other people are really questioning, like, why in the world am I playing this game? Because it's fun, because it's a PvP game I actually enjoy. I know I've had a couple questions like, am I going to play Call of Duty or am I going to play Battlefield? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. I play stuff that I enjoy, and I simply don't enjoy really, really competitive PvP games. And so Splitgate is the perfect kind of happy medium where there is some difficulty to it, and there's certainly a skill curve or a learning curve, but it's approachable for me. So because of that, we're going to be doing 3 episodes on spiritual warfare, really battling our spiritual demons, right? The first part of that is recognizing that we are in a spiritual world at the same time as our physical, and recognizing the fact that Christ at multiple points in his ministry cast out demons, even spoke with demons, had these really interesting conversations with some of them, most notably Legion, at recognizing the fact that they do exist. How do we live in spite of them trying to stop you? And I know there's this common problem of just jumping at this, I don't know, demonology or whatever, where then everything is a demon. And that's simply not the case. For it is the flesh, the world, and the devil that are causing you to sin, not just demons. So you need to take accountability for the flesh. You need to recognize the influence of the world, and then you can get into influence of the evil spiritual beings out there. But 3 topics surrounding that influence. I think they'll be really interesting. I'm not going to spoil too much. Again, those are kind of far off at the moment, but keep an eye out for that. But more than anything, I just want to thank each and every one of you. We're over 600 subscribers. And I know I said this in a previous video, but it's just incredible to see. For a guy like me who is just recording stuff in my spare time, it's really, really cool to see the encouragement I've been able to give to some of you, and the connections we've been able to build. It's been so cool to be able to meet some of you and be able to talk to you and be able to speak life over you and try to encourage you to the best of my ability and motivate you to continue to live for Christ. So again, thank you. Thank you for allowing me that honor. And thank you for, well, each and every one of you that has stepped up and shown Christ, not only to me, but then to everyone in our community. It's been so cool to see. So again, thank you so much. And I hope you look forward to what's coming. I don't really self-promote, and I don't want to, but if you would, any of the videos that have like spoken to you, any of the conversations we've had that have impacted you, I want you to take that message and I want you to share it with somebody. So I'm going out on a limb, sharing it with you. I'm taking time out of my day to try to better yours. I want you to do the same, just as Christ has done for me, just as Christ has done for you. I want you to go do that to someone else, for someone else. So it's not even like really self-promotion, more just share the message of the gospel. I'd really encourage that. But I guess that's all. So new things to come. Keep an eye out. Hopefully you're excited, because I'm excited to be producing them. And I'm going to try my best to make more quality content instead of just pumping stuff out. Actually spending time editing properly, creating good looking thumbnails, creating just good sounding content. So hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you. God bless you. And I will talk to y'all later.